So here we are at High Point?
Point View.
Point View. We're here at Point View. There's a clean out that's in near the back door. It's a two-way clean out, which allows you to go backwards under the house, which I ran about 20 feet and found that the pipe is replaced from under the house 20 feet all the way to this clean out. The pipe then runs from the clean out all the way to the backyard to the city connection. That pipe has been epoxy lined up to the last few feet. This is the water that you see people are using in the house. I'm waiting for that to kind of slow down. Right now my camera is in the city sewer, and let's see, this is the city sewer that we see here. But you can see the roots on the right. Those are roots.
Oh, okay. What's that? Okay.
Yeah, so we got some roots in the last fitting before it goes to the city pipe. You can see there's a separation there, and in that separation at the saddle, it looks like is where these roots are growing in. You can see them there, yeah.
Everyone here complains about roots too, so that's the city root?
No, it's your pipe before it goes into the city. You can see that there's roots here too. And then right about here is where the lining ends. You can see right there. See that pipe that's a little shiny?
Okay, yeah. So
that's the new pipe that they installed, and they stopped it right here. And then the rest of the pipe from there going into the city, you got an offset pipe. You can see my camera. It wouldn't go by this spot before because it was like hitting a brick wall. So I was able to get it over it before, and that's what allowed me to see all those roots.
So should the plumbing have went all the way back?
Yeah, he could have gone a little further.
Okay.
But the thing is, it looks like even if you're not allowed to go all the way into the city pipe, which is this seam here where the roots are growing in. So even if they went a little farther, the lining would go here. The root would grow under and in between, and you still have issues. So the saddle is the only way to repair that is to dig it up and replace it, or do what's called a top hat. But the problem with the top hat is you need to go into someone's neighborhood and use robots in their manholes. It can be quite expensive. Here, digging it might be simpler. We'll get a location and depth and figure out what it would cost to fix that. In the meantime, I would recommend to hydrojet this line to get rid of the roots, so at least you're not having any problems with it. That would be a way to go, is to maintain it with hydrojetting once a year. But when you see a separated broken pipe at the saddle, we have to recommend to fix it. So as I pull it back, this pipe has been relined, about 40 feet of it, from this clean out all the way a few feet from the city. And this looks good. You can see this is all brand new. Yeah, well, it's not about the trees as much as when the cracked pipe leaks water into the soil, then it could be a tree from a mile away finding that water and feeding itself. And then once it has an opening to get in that pipe, it loves to get in there and then thrive. So that's the problem. It's not like it could be a tree from 100 years ago, or it could be that tree, or it doesn't really necessarily have to be a tree on your property.
Just like that stick. That's crazy.
Yeah. Well, I would call them and see if they will do something to help you for maybe a lesser price.
What company? I think Eddie Drew. I think it was one of those. What's the other company?
AD do? Yeah.
AD do. My sister.
Yeah, 10,000.
Roto-Rooter. I think it was Roto-Rooter.
Yeah, 10,000 and 12,000 now, because the prices have gone up, is approximate good price for something like this.
Yeah, Roto-Rooter.
But